As we enter the final 3 games of the regular season, Southwestern, with a lot to play for, having fallen behind some of their rivals after a 3-game skid, after facing some of the top competition in the country back to back to back. But tonight, they kick off 3 games in 2 days, a chance to really secure a good spot as they head into the postseason, and it starts right here tonight against the University of Dallas Crusaders. Hello and welcome. I'm Rich Slayton, here to talk you through tonight's matchup where your Southwestern Pirates, currently 18-5, look to add number 19 to their record as they go for that 20-win or more mark against a visiting team in their first game of today's doubleheader, who they have never lost to. 33-0 is the history of Southwestern against the University of Dallas, going back quite a while, and the hope here at Southwestern is that continues this evening as they face off against a very young squad in Dallas, almost all underclassmen, freshmen, sophomores, only one junior overall on the visiting squad. And those of you who do know Southwestern might see a few underclassmen on the court to kick things off tonight. Kate Spinelli getting a rare start alongside Brooklyn Spikes as they are in serve-receive to start tonight's matchup. Nedrow with the dig. Berkman looks for a spot. And McWhorter in the net. 4 hits, and that's going to be point to the visitors to kick things off. Lily McWhorter starting as the middle blocker, currently 2nd overall in the conference in blocks per set, 5th in hitting percentage. Berkman puts that one deep. Off the block, Berkman again. Spinelli getting her hands on the ball early. And almost a free ball here. Floored from McWhorter. And just some scrappy, maybe panicky defense on the side of Dallas, turning out into a 2-point lead. And Karina Alonso, defensive specialist for the visiting team, comes in with 27 service aces so far on the season. And that one barely creeps over the net. Nedrow to Berkman. And this time, Berkman with the kill. Carly Berkman, over 250 kills on the season. Now just 4 away from 500 career kills in a Pirates uniform. Nedrow with the serve. Ace leader for the Pirates. And you see just a little bit of lack of cohesion on the side of Dallas. Some of these hit opportunities not quite clean for the outsides. or for the right side. And despite the challenges, 3-0 for the visitors. Brooklyn Miller, the freshman out of Devine, Texas, getting the kill on that sequence. A little miscommunication, an ace, first one of the night for number 4, Issa Swiatkowski. That's Maddie Skinner with the first hit. Carly Berkman. Block holds at the net. Back over. Spinelli with the dig. And Skinner using every single bit, or Madison Ingram, sorry. Madison Ingram using every single bit of that 6'2 frame to get it in for a Southwestern point. Claire Romo picked up by Swiatkowski. Berkman. And Crusaders now lead 5-2. Christina Curison as an outside hitter. You'll see her next to Maddie Ingram. And once again, Maddie Ingram getting up as Lauren McIntyre subs on to serve in place of Berkman. A few scratches tonight for the visiting Crusaders. Aaliyah Unseth, the middle blocker, not available on the evening. Madison Mulger and Ann Ide, both staying home. Three to 6 for the visitors. Bailey Garcia with the serve. A 5'9" outside hitter from Porter, Texas. Romo to Ingram. And that's out. And a timeout called by Coach Flora. And the hitting woes continue for Southwestern, who, despite hitting very well for most of the season, went on a skid over the last 3 games, hitting sub 100 against rival Trinity and across that game and 2 others. Tonight, currently hitting 0. So you understand the little course correction desired by Coach Flora, who, as we talked about this 3-game and 2 days swing, said he did have to manage some arms and jumps, but he's happy about the depth of his squad. And, of course, we're seeing some of that depth out here tonight with the freshman and sophomore on the court. And just sneaked it over the net, did Romo. Curis. Off the block, point Southwestern. Back within 3 for the Pirates. Talking to Coach Flora, they said their hitting was about 3 kills behind where they wanted to be. Passing has been very good. But, of course, this is something they want to fix as they head into the postseason. Off the block, point after a nice swing by Atalia Kelly. And this is one of the big keys for Coach Flora. Southwestern has to win above the net. And a service error for Kelly will get us back within 3. We're already seeing a lot of rotation with the middles. And we have an appearance now from Claire Bauer. who has not had a lot of minutes this season. Important chance for her to step up. Couple of blocks there from the middles. Bauer, soft touch. A little cross-court action. You see Nedro covering behind Spinelli. Spinelli not able to keep it in. And Crusaders pull back up by 4. Setter Regan Aponte now with the serve. She has been a key figure for the Crusaders. Over 560 assists so far this year. What a great dig. Nedro getting dirty. And a great hit by Claire Bauer to go get the kill. Spinelli back to serve. Has not had a lot of service opportunities this year. 1 ace on 7 errors. Make that 8. You see Annika Flora trying to get her team ready and focused. Serve now from number 13, Karina Alonso. Berkman. Dig by Alonso. Flora sets McWhorter off the hands of Regan Aponte. And you see Maddie Ingram come back on for McWhorter. Rotating the middle is a big thing that Coach Flora talked about tonight, or today. Off the block, Bauer with the save. And a nice stuff at the net. More aggression at the moment. And Bauer with the big swing. Flora sets Berkman. Berkman just puts it back over. And that one somehow stays alive for the Crusaders. And a point for Southwestern as they pull back within 2. Nedro with the serve. She has been the ace leader, or third on the team in aces at 102. And that one off the fingers and in. 40 aces, 102 sets and assists overall. Bauer gets set once more. Saved off the block. Spinelli with the dig. And they are really letting Bauer swing over there on the right side. Hit goes long. Pirates pull back within 2. Claire Romo, Christina Curis back on as Romo will take the serve. And Maddie Ingram just gets up and says, absolutely not. One of the tallest 2 players on the team alongside also 6'2" Brooklyn Spikes. And they're kind of waiting to see Maddie get going. Has been getting a lot more in terms of reps later in this season. And great to see her using that full 6'2" frame. And this timeout is brought to you by our Pirate Athletics corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, and Aramark Food and Facility Services. We appreciate all the support from our sponsors. And for those of you watching at home, please like and subscribe to the Southwestern Pirates YouTube channel to catch all live stream events here at Southwestern for volleyball and beyond.
So far, the freshman getting heavily involved on the Pirate side, of course, very involved on the Crusaders side of the net, as the team has an absolute glut of freshmen. Claire Romo ready to serve one more time. And a miscommunication there. Atalia Kelly letting that one go, and you can see she's not happy about it. And this is just some of the things that challenge a young team. 2 wins on the season for the Crusaders, both against the same squad, including their most recent match at home senior night. Ironically enough, no seniors on the team, but they did get the win, maybe for their future seniors. To the outside, taken care of at the net. And Spinelli, a little difficulty handling that one. And we are all tied up at 12. Kate Spinelli, a high school first team all-district in 22 and 23. All-state in 2023 as well. Romo sets Ingram, and she gets up. Lauren McIntyre on to serve. McIntyre with 19 aces in her 2024 campaign. Great dig by Nedro. You hear out calls picked up anyway. Off the block, McIntyre. Kiris with the touch. To Kiris again. And that one off the hands and out of bounds. 2-point lead for the home team after falling behind by as many as 5. McIntyre second serve. And that one off the block and falls. Brooklyn Miller with the kill. She'll come out for number 8, Bailey Garcia. Grace Achilles, both 5'9" freshmen coming on for the Crusaders. Number 8 now, Bailey Garcia to serve. And a serve-receive error for Kate Spinelli, her 8th on the season. Spinelli makes up for it with a nasty kill. Maddie Ingram now back to serve. Has not had many opportunities. And there's an ace. Making the most of her chances. And 1-1 for Maddie, as she'll come off for the libero. Natalia Kelly now back to serve, the freshman middle blocker out of Spring, Texas. And a nasty hit by Kiris. Claire Bauer, Annika Flora both on. Flora ready to serve. Out and point Pirates. as the hit from Grace Achilles does not stay in.
Flora, second serve. Big block. And Lily McWhorter getting the first official block of the night for Southwestern. Might have been shared with Kate Spinelli. Either way, a big one for this Southwestern team. 19-15 in favor of the home squad after a tough opening. For those of you following the hitting woes of Southwestern over the last 3 games, currently has repaired what opened up with a 0% hitting at a clip now of 216. The Pirates overall. Dallas at currently 0.57. And despite getting in the way of a lot of the hits so far for the Pirates, that last sequence was the first full-on block for the home team. Flora now wanting to continue this service run. Outside to Achilles. Not able to get it over. Has to give a free ball. Flora outside. Spinelli off the block. And Southwestern extends their lead to 5. What a turnaround. Aponte outside to Achilles, picked up by McIntyre. And Spinelli looked like maybe she had some decision-making challenges partway through that shot. Reagan Aponte to serve. And targeting the freshman once more is the Dallas service plan. This time Spinelli gets it clean. And a nice kill. And we're seeing a lot of that from Kate Spinelli tonight. So much skill, so much ability.
And you have to imagine that as she continues to grow at Southwestern, it will only get better and better. Challenging serve, big swing. Not able to get it over the net. Number 19, Danielle Marshall, certainly elevated, certainly swung hard. 22-17 for the home team. Achilles off the block, point Crusaders. For the visiting team at the moment, Miller, your leader in kills with 3, followed by Danielle Marshall. Atalia Kelly with 1, and as well as Grace Achilles. On the other side, currently Maddie Ingram leading the Pirates with 4 kills, followed by Spinelli and Kiris at 3, Berkman at 2, Bauer and McWhorter both at 1. Nedro to serve. Berkman. Deep and difficult. And the libero for Dallas has really been struggling with some of that lateral movement. And so far, so good, and that target for the Pirates. And good targeting from Brooklyn Miller. Seeing a little opening in the middle of the court. Set point still for the Pirates. Florida Bauer. And that one will end set number 1 with the win for Southwestern. 25-19 the score. And a good start here after what has been a tough run for Southwestern, taking on some of the top teams in the country. Little tune-up so far. Of course, there was a little stumble in the beginning, but good job riding the ship for the Pirates. Southwestern Athletics is sponsored by Aramark Food and Facility Services, as well as Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick in Georgetown. Pirate Athletics appreciates their support. And we, of course, appreciate your support watching at home. Remember to like and subscribe. And if you haven't yet, hit the bell on your YouTube app to turn on notifications to make sure that you never miss a moment of Pirate Athletics. Stats through the first set: 16 kills for the Pirates, only 8 for Dallas. Pretty even in attack errors, 6 and 5. Dallas with the 1 extra. Hitting percentage, though, has been the story. .262 for the Pirates, back on track thus far against the .048 for the visitors. Looking at some of the leaders so far on the night. Maddie Ingram still leading in kills for Southwestern. Brooklyn Miller also with 4 for the visiting Dallas. Christina Curas hitting at .750 so far. Maddie Ingram, though, with that kill lead. 4 kills, hitting at .429. No surprises for those of you who are Dallas fans watching. Reagan Aponte carrying the assists for the visiting squad, currently with 7 on this afternoon matchup. Southwestern spreading the love a bit more in that category. Flora with 8, Claire Romo with 6, and the libero Geneva Nedro with 1. 3 aces so far for Dallas in the first set. Maddie Ingram with the lone ace for Southwestern. And not a lot of blocks for either side. 1 block for Southwestern, split between Spinelli and McWhorter. None so far for Dallas. So as we get ready for our second set, Coach Flora has to be opening more of the same out of his squad. On the other side of things, had a chance to talk with head coach Kelly Troutman in her 8th season at the University of Dallas, and asked her a bit about what it's like working with a team of almost entirely underclassmen. And she said the big thing is being patient, taking it one day at a time, both for her and for her players. They're in a league where they're up against a lot more upperclassmen, a lot more experience in this conference. And with only 1 upperclassman, 1 junior across all of it, they're finding themselves in an experience deficit. 2-25 on the season, and it's hard not to feel down on yourself. But again, as Coach Troutman said, patience. And they learned that a lot at their previous matchup, their home senior night win, where they won in 5 sets. Coach Troutman saying the big lesson there, never give up. And that could be a lesson taken for this entire season. Learning experience for a lot of these young athletes. So far, we've seen Coach Flora's game plan going out there, running the middles more. Keeping the rhythm and tempo on offense, maybe the next thing to really key in on. We'll see if this talented defense can do a bit more at the net. A little more aggression against the visitors. Achilles. And McWhorter just goes. Achilles again. And goes for touch, not quite able to get it over the net. And a hitting error to start things off for the Crusaders in set number 2. And that one goes long. Point Pirates one more time. Florida serve. And the dig not exactly clean, and that's going to be long one more time. Long on the shoulders of Swiatkowski so far tonight. Crusaders looking for her to step into the role. That one handled better. Once again, serving Achilles, this time off the block and out. Crusaders get on the board with 1 point in our second set. Karina Alonso now with the service for the Crusaders. 27 aces on her 2024 campaign. Ace leader for her side. And Florida just puts that up, McWhorter. And McWhorter holding court at the net. Ball is out. 3-point lead for the Pirates. Spinelli back to serve. Surrounded by a veteran lineup with this 6. And another big, powerful swing from that right side, Danielle Marshall. Danny Marshall with 2 kills tonight. But hitting minus 125. Great serve by Spinelli. Barely gets back over the net, but some miscommunication forces an easy ball back over. Denied. Back in system, and McWhorter. Dig by Swiatkowski. Far more aggressive at the net right now are the Pirates. Bauer looking long. And in the net, point Pirates. Spinelli back to serve. And that one's just back over easily. McWhorter. Lily McWhorter. Elite athlete. And when she gets going, that's a long day for her opponents. Coming into the day, hitting .312 on the season. 143 for her efforts so far tonight. We'll see if that adjusts as McWhorter gets in rhythm. That half a block puts her at 95.5 on the season. Very close to that 100 blocks mark overall for her 2024 attempt. This timeout is brought to you by our Pirate Athletics corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, and Aramark Food and Facility Services. Spinelli on a nice little service run. Let's see if she continues to make Swiatkowski work. And that she does. Easy hit there for Bauer. My guess is she goes there again. And there you go. Absolutely rejected at the net. And the aggression at the net is starting to really pay off for this team. You see Coach Flora out there giving a high five to Claire Bauer, or a low five, as she's having a great night, or great day today. And they continue to target Swiatkowski. And Bauer, great dig by Alonso. And Carly Berkman elevates and smashes the ball down to take the Pirates to 10. This is what the home crowd wanted to see out of the Pirates tonight. And a point to the visiting team. A little laugh there from McWhorter. Berkman. And another point for the visiting squad. Reagan Aponte able to handle that one outside to Berkman. And Berkman finds the spot. Great work by Berkman to find that spot. And this time it's Miller who adds to her kill total on the night with some solid placement. And Bauer tries to let that one rip, goes long. 6-point lead for the Pirates in our second set, up by 1.
And the service error for Valentina Salazar, the freshman out of Pasadena, Texas. Claire Romo back in service, and she recently passed the 2,000 career assist mark. It's a big accomplishment for a young athlete. And Miller continues to do a good job spotting the holes for Dallas. Back in the service for the Crusaders, Bailey Garcia. Berkman keeps that one alive. Kiris gets it over. And touch call. Achilles continues to be one of the major targets for this young squad. And a big swing out of Kiris. Goes for it again. And it's in. toeing the line on the back. And 6-point lead in our second set.
Lauren McIntyre back to serve. And a serve-receive error for Bailey Garcia. McIntyre adding to her ace total. Her 17th. Never mind. Her 50th on her career. Congratulations to Lauren McIntyre. Spinelli. And just some poor luck there for Dallas. McIntyre back to serve again. And that one sneaks over. Nedra with the dig. Curis puts some heat on that one. And looked like maybe Ingram and Spinelli, not knowing who that one was for, stays up. And confusion begets confusion. And it's interesting to see the cascading effect of one moment of miscommunication and how that can lead to more within the same point. Romo sets Ingram, big swing off the block. Reagan outside. And point to Dallas. And an ace. Natalia Kelly with a nice serve. She's got a good swing, has not gotten all the pieces to come together tonight. Dig from Kelly. Achilles just has to put it back over. Curis able to pick that one up. Romo this time goes again to Curis. And Natalia Kelly not able to keep that one in. Good effort by Bailey Garcia putting her body on the line. And now Maddie Ingram back to serve again. Already has one ace in this competition. Great dig by Ingram. Curis keeps it in. McIntyre to put it back over. And the cheese on the slide works out
as Jada Auger finds a little hole past the block. Reagan Aponte back to serve. And another rare appearance, as you might note, sophomore middle blocker Kylie Infant out. Spinelli. Off the block and in. So you talk about the need to save swings and jumps. And the team, of course, has been leaning on Spinelli more as of late, but with Claire Bauer and Kylie Infant both out there, you love to see them getting some reps and also helping their team get through what's going to be a grueling 3 games. Infant goes long, but good movement. Kylie Infant making her only 3rd appearance in a set this season. And that one long. And another substitution here for the Pirates. Izzy Rodriguez out to serve. The freshman defensive specialist out of Houston. Nedra with the dig. And Bauer goes long. 5-point lead in the second for Southwestern. As we're seeing a lot of the depth chart in here with some good opportunity. Claire Bauer making only her 6th set appearance on the season. And a big swing. Atalia Kelly getting that one in. And libero Issa Swiatkowski back to serve. Flora sets Berkman.
Great save there by Rodriguez. Another one. Berkman has to just put it over. And pancake. What a great job by Flora. Off the block and out. Hard-won point for the Crusaders, but you have to respect the defensive effort by both Izzy Rodriguez and Annika Flora on that one. Bauer puts the heat on that one long. And good effort by the Crusaders. Just a little bit too deep for Alonso to turn that one all the way back across the court. And now a timeout. As we look at some of the leaders so far, as we're almost through our second set. Kate Spinelli, the freshman, alongside Carly Berkman and Christina Kiris, all with 5 kills for Southwestern. The story on the Dallas side has been all number 9, Brooklyn Miller, who leads the match overall with 8. Number 22, Grace Achilles, has got 4 as well, but this offense has flowed through Miller, who's done a great job of varying her hitting. Speaking of hitting, Christina Kiris currently at 500, Maddie Ingram at 375. Overall, the Pirates hitting 230 as we approach the end of the second set. Hit 262 in the first set, down to 188 here in the second. Here goes Geneva Nedro. Top server for Southwestern. Leads the team in both digs and aces. Aponte sets up the slide for Kelly, not going to work out. Kelly and Marshall both hit very hard. This one to Marshall. Not exactly in rhythm for that one. Out to Berkman. A phenomenal dig. And Alonso not able to keep it in, but great dig right before that for the 5'7" sophomore. And a service error for Nedro, her 11th on the season. Valentina Salazar to serve for the Crusaders. And that's long. Second service error on the night for Salazar. 22-16 for the Pirates. Up one set. And getting a little more experience back out on there. And what a dig by Nedro. That had some heat on it. And Miller adds to her totals on the night. Off the block. 22-17. And Miller coming off, Achilles coming on. Only trailing by 5 here. A run could be big news for the Crusaders. Out to Berkman. Great dig by Garcia. Achilles has to just get it back over. Maddie Ingram. And just some kind of push hits. And Berkman goes for the corner, doesn't get it. Crusaders within 4. Garcia to serve. And Aponte goes for the cheek. Does not work out. 23-18 Southwestern. And Spinelli and McIntyre come back on. Lauren McIntyre back to serve. She's been solid tonight. Keep saying tonight. It's the middle of the day. Curis lets it rip. Maddie Ingram rejected. Ball still alive. Spinelli gets held as well and unable to keep it in off the block. Crusaders back within 4. Natalia Kelly now in service. 1 service error, 1 ace on the night, on the day. My word. And Spinelli gets the kill. Now leads the Pirates with 6. Achilles absolutely shut down by Christina Curis. And that's set number 2 in the books. Pirates win 25-19. Southwestern Athletics would like to again thank its diamond-level corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, and Aramark Food Services, for their continuing support of Pirate Athletics. Those of you watching at home, many ways to support. Of course, the easiest one, like this stream and subscribe to the Southwestern Athletics YouTube page. A place where you can catch all of our student athletes. As the volleyball season comes to a close, basketball starting to kick off very soon. Lots of fun stuff to watch here. So through 2 sets of play, Southwestern now hitting 190 after a little dip in hitting in that set number 2, although going a little deeper into the roster for that one. A little bit of that is understandable. Dallas hitting .032. 4 service errors apiece. Talking about some of our leaders. Brooklyn Miller for Dallas overall leading the match with 9 kills, followed by Southwestern's Spinelli at 6. Carly Burtman, Christina Kiris both at 5. Hitting percentage, Kiris at .455, Burkman at .273. Brooklyn Miller, the leading in kills for Dallas, hitting .240. When it comes to assists, and maybe this is telling a bit, Southwestern, with their 6-2, running it through Flora and Romo, 12 for Flora, 11 for Romo on this one. Dallas putting a lot on the shoulders of young Reagan Aponte. 17 assists in this one so far. Reagan is the overall assist leader. She's been carrying the squad all season, nearing, or actually going to be over almost 580 now after today's performance. Four aces for Dallas, 2 for Southwestern. Southwestern finally starting to get a little bit going on the blocking side of things. Dallas has not yet recorded a block in this matchup. No surprises here. Geneva Nedro, the Southwestern digs leader, leading today with 19. Followed by Dallas's Alonzo and Swiatkowski, both with 10. Third set on its way. The Pirates would love to make it a short afternoon as they have part 2 of their doubleheader this evening in just a few hours, 7 o'clock Central, against Centenary College of Louisiana, which will be right back here, and then tomorrow at 2 p.m. against McMurray. So, of course, as we talked about earlier, saving swings, saving jumps, certainly what you want to do, especially with standings in the conference on the line. Here we go, set number 3. And it starts with a service error. Very unfortunate start to the third set for the visitors. And that one gets high off the woodwork and just not able to hold it in. That one, folks, I went out of your vision, but went at and hit off some of the scaffolding near the ceiling. Have to play it off of that. Just part of the game. And another service error for Dallas, this time for Swiatkowski. So Alonzo and Swiatkowski starting things off in rough form for the Crusaders. And it goes long for Kelly. This visiting Dallas squad has a lot of talent, a lot of certain athleticism, but you see just some of the lack of experience in this young team. Kiris. And Spinelli and Nedro both with a little bit of a laugh there after that one went floaty to the corner. Valentina Salazar on to serve for Dallas. Kiris. Long. All tied up in the third, 3-3. And service errors continue to plague the Crusaders. 4 points for the home team, 3 of them off of service errors by Dallas. And now Lauren McIntyre back to serve. The 6A state third place in 2021 has certainly found her place here as a sophomore. Nedro calls that one out, and it is. McIntyre majoring in business in her second year here at Southwestern. Was an AVCA second-team high school All-American in her senior year. Dig by Nedro. And 4 hits, point to Dallas. Garcia and Achilles on. Garcia back to serve. Let's see if she can undo some of the challenges that we've seen on the service errors here in the third set. That one in. And Spinelli puts it off the block. Pirates up by 2. Maddie Ingram back to serve. And a little English on that one. And that one barely gets back over, not in though. A little pachinko being played on the side of the Southwestern defense. And that one was playing with fire. Kelly nearly giving the 4th service error on the set to Dallas. Instead, it does sneak over for the point. And Romo just sets that one up for McWhorter. Lily's been a little quiet tonight compared to maybe what you usually expect out of her. But of course, ball getting spread around a lot in this one, saving those swings and jumps. Achilles. Off balance hit. Bauer. And Garcia not able to get her hand on it. Great spot from Claire Bauer. Dig by McIntyre. Bauer. And McWhorter goes for the corner or for the back line, not able to get it. A little long. Coach Flora has said that McWhorter is a D1 level athlete. You can see that when they're able to really let her go, and that one off the hands of Aponte. And if you're a Dallas fan, you have to wonder what the difference would be minus the errors on the Crusaders side. Speaking of errors, Spinelli goes long. Second service error in the match for Kate Spinelli. 5 total for Southwestern. Compared to the 7 from Dallas. Alonso back to serve. And lead back to 2 for the Pirates. Nedro with the service. You see the middle's rotating through. Maddie Ingram now back on. Aponte to Miller. Stopped at the net. That one gets through. Flora keeps it up. Berkman gets it over. And Reagan once more to Miller. That time she finds the hole. Brooklyn Miller's been doing a great job of seeing the block and finding her spot. Swiatkowski to serve. And a little funky, but still good. Great dig by Spinelli. Berkman. And a long afternoon for Swiatkowski. Romo and Curis both on. And a little funky there in the middle. Double hit called. And 6-2 for 6-2, Brooklyn Spikes coming on for Madison Ingram. One-point game here in the third set. Berkman gets down, Spikes playing hard at the net and gets it done. Being aggressive at the net was one of the keys today for Coach Flora, and Spikes comes on and gets after it immediately. Not a clean receive there by Alonso. Romo sets it back. Curis puts some heat on it, and that one flies all the way out. McIntyre to serve once more. And just long by about a foot. And you hear the communication from the bench as Brooklyn Miller was getting ready to pick that one up, decided to pull her hands back just in time. And it's just outside of your screen on both sides, but not a single player sitting down. Both squads fully on their feet. And that was a great hit from Kelly. It's one of the big goals you have to imagine for this Dallas squad is to find ways to not be forced out of system so much. You see when they do get hits or do get opportunities to play in system, their hitters really can do a great job. Curis. Achilles. Good dig by Nedro. This is a big back and forth rally. And Reagan tries to go for the sneak attack. Does not keep it in.
Now serving for your Pirates, number 18, Brooklyn Spikes.
Brooklyn Spikes back to serve. And an ace. Third ace on the night for Southwestern. And for Brooklyn Spikes, only her fourth so far on the year. Doesn't get back to serve often. And that one in the net. Nedro back on.
Now serving for the Crusaders, number 7,
Natalia Kelly. And Romo just handed that one to McWhorter. Good positioning by McWhorter, seeing that Romo really only had one option for the set. And University of Dallas calls a timeout. Trailing by 3, down 2 sets. This is where some choices have to get made on the part of Coach Flora. Of course, we've talked about making sure you plan for reps over the course of the two following matches here, but this is one of those sets you want to put away and put away clean, rather than end up risking a fourth set. So we'll see if Coach Flora goes for a dominating kind of lineup here, or if he tries to get some reps out. And you see some subs coming in. Annika Flora and Claire Bauer. And Bauer having a great time. A great time and a great game. Bauer tonight with 5 kills, hitting 167 and one total block, or one half of a block with an assisted block. Bauer turned back. Bauer again. This time it gets to its mark. And this time, McWhorter says this point needs to end. Up by 4. 17-13 for Southwestern. Out to Spinelli. And this time, the touch works for Reagan Aponte. Saw that same sequence happen just a couple points ago, went outside. This time gets herself and her team back within 3. McIntyre with a nice dig. Spinelli puts that right at Aponte. What a dig by Nedro. And this is quite the back and forth.
Achilles sends it long. Point Southwestern. Spinelli back to serve. And that's her 3rd service error on the night. And yes, I know it's daytime. I don't know why. I cannot stop saying night. Karina Alonso with the serve for Dallas. That one was close to going long. Nedro puts it back over. Miller gets it to a good spot. Spinelli with a nice save. Berkman really testing the libero and coming up with the point. Carly Berkman putting up a nice little collection of kills. 7 at this point in the 3rd. And now the Pirates passing the 20-point mark on the march. Bauer hits the spot. Claire Bauer making the most of her opportunity in this matinee show. And a little, talk about that aggression, maybe a little over-aggressive in that one. As the Crusaders will get a point. Oh, Brooklyn Spikes able to clean that one up. Berkman off the block. And Carly Berkman now joins Kate Spinelli with 8 kills.
And the game for your Pirates is now serving number 19, Claire Romo.
Claire Romo to serve. A little tough to handle. Bergman. Off the block. Point Pirates. Southwestern 2 points away from putting this one away in 3 and riding the ship after a tough run. Miller, picked up by Spinelli. Berkman. Miller again. Great job by Flora and Spikes. Holding steady at the net. And Annika goes a little long. Dallas pulls back a little bit closer.
In the game, the Crusaders are now serving number 1, Valentina Salazar.
Christina Curas coming back on for Annika Flora.
Number 14, Christina Perez.
Berkman. Off the block. 18 for the Crusaders. Valentina Salazar ready to serve. And that one's long. Service errors plaguing the visiting team in the third set. Set and match point for the Pirates. And Dallas stays alive. And Dallas keeping both their big hitters on the floor. Miller back to serve, Achilles up in the front row. Curas. Big hit. Huge dig. Match Pirates. And Southwestern rights the ship after a difficult 3-match skid. They put it together, getting the win in 3 sets. 25-19, 25-19, and 25-19. 3 sets with similar scores, very different looks from set to set. Either way, very happy if you are a Southwestern fan to see that result. Your leaders for Southwestern, Kate Spinelli, Carly Berkman, both with 8 kills. Spinelli hitting .308 on the afternoon. Maddie Ingram hitting .296. Annika Flora with 19 assists, 16 for her other setter, Claire Romo. A few players with a single ace, no one really putting a bunch down, a couple of blocks for Southwestern. No surprises, Nedro with 25 digs. Spinelli following that with 13. And again, your final score, 3-0 for Southwestern. 25-19, 25-19, and 25-19. This is the third to last match of the season. Don't forget to tune in later this evening at 7 p.m. Central when your Pirates retake the court to take on Centenary College of Louisiana in another conference matchup. And then tomorrow at 2 p.m., the final regular season match of 2024 against McMurray University as your Pirates battle it out for conference standings as we head into the conference tournament starting November 15th, next week, a week from today. For everyone here at Pirate Athletics, I've been Rich Slayton. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you back here at 7 p.m. Take care.